Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode Season 2. As you can see behind me, we are gonna dive into some compact machines today because I want to get started on Thaumcraft and I don't want to flux my base, so I will toss everything into a compact machine. So here we go. To get yourself started in compact machines, you need to make a personal shrinking device, which has a recipe like this, and then you need to turn that into the miniaturization field projector, and it doesn't use the personal shrinking device, so don't go making two of them. I've made that mistake before. And then you need to set it up in a distally type area, so you place it one like this, and then you can right-click this, and it will show you exactly where you can place the other ones. So I decided to go for this size because it's all you need. So you can just right click and then it's going to show you the arrows in the right direction, and then you place that and that should make a field, and the arrows will disappear in a second. So the next thing that you need is to make some compact machine walls, which require you to place a block of iron with a redstone on top, and then you need to step out of the field and then toss a redstone dust inside, and then it will shrink all of those and turn those into compact machine walls, like so. So I kind of semi-automated it with this system. I placed some iron blocks in here, and then you can place redstone in here. And this is going to start placing the redstone, but if I turn this guy to be always on, the redstone is going to get placed on top of the iron block. And then I can just toss this in here, and then it automatically crafts and places another one. So I was just sitting here with a stack of redstone watching a video and just tossing this in here. So that was super easy, and we have a bunch of compact machine walls in the system. So for the moment, we will take the redstone out and the iron and get ready to craft a 5x5, the maximum compact machine, which requires 98 blocks, which is a 5x5 hollow with a block of emerald in the middle. So we're going to place just an entire floor of compact machine walls. And then we're going to place just a wall like this. And this guy can go away. And then we need an emerald block in the middle. I believe it's going to be this here. Hold on. So we need to go up to this guy. Yeah, it's going to be this one and then this one. I think that's in the middle. Is it not? No, it's definitely not, because we're going to do this. And then we're going to hide this on top. Yep. Bop, let me fly. Thank you. So like so. And like so. And before we craft the first one, I want to save it with my copy paste gadget. So let's change this guy to copy. We're going to right click and right click. Oh, no, shift right click. Right click. There we go. So that almost. So if I shift right click and right click, there we go. That should be good. And then we can paste. So we have it on copy paste, and I don't think we'll be copy pasting anything with this, so I'll just keep it here. And then we need to grab an ender pearl, and we can just toss that in there, boop, and that should make us a maximum sized compact machine. It takes a moment, but at least with this guy, we can go over here, we can press G, click on anchor, and then we can edit placement, and we can just go up by a couple Ys, and then we do OK. And we need to wait for that to finish before we can do the next one. But that's going to allow us to easily copy it again and then just craft another one. So I'll craft a couple here, like so. Ender pearl, super easy. Before we start doing the magic of today's episode, I want to make another Supremium helmet, which is super easy because we have all of the essences now, and I want to add some charms to all of my armor pieces, and I want to add night vision to one of the helmets, and the other one is going to have absorption, which we're going to use to fight, let's say, the Gaia Guardian, because we don't need night vision for that, but we can use the night vision one for when we are working around in the base and we need night vision for like mining or something. That could be useful. So I'm going to grab some Supremium essence. I don't know if we're going to need that much, but some also prosperity shards. And somebody asked in the comments, and I answered there, but I will answer again, is how I got this many prosperity shards. I was using 2 mechanical users to level up my pickaxes, and I tossed the fortune pickaxe in, which still has, I believe, the prosperous. You can see there in green text. That is basically from the Prudentium binding that I put on way back in the episodes, and that basically gives you a small chance when mining to drop a prosperity shard. So I just tossed a compacting drawer next to the machine that I had, which was two mechanical users facing each other, one placing blocks, the other having the pickaxe and breaking it. And I just left that go. So that was just collecting in the drawer the prosperity shards with a collector, the advanced item collector thingy. Okay, so this armor, we then need to do a number like this. Whoops, like this, and then I believe we can do 4 like so and 4 like so. And maybe the charm goes, I think, here. No? Supremium. I might have messed up. So it's 4 of those and 3 of those. Okay. Opposite way. So we go 3 like that and then 4 like that. Right? So we can now get night vision. And with this guy, we can get absorption. With the chest plate, we're going to get wither resistance because I'm going to need that for fighting the Gaia Guardian. And that's going to be useful. And then just fire resistance on the pants. So now if we put this guy on, we have night vision. We have fire resist. We have resistance too from the nutrition mod anyway. So I decided against putting that on the thing. Hello, creeper. Do you mind not spawning on those things? Okay, so I need to get this helmet enchanted with the same enchants that we have here. So I'll just go toss it through the enchanting table a couple times and through the extractor so we get the same things. And then we can continue on with the magic. And another thing that I want to craft today is the item repairer, because we have enough stuff to make the empowered Enori and empowered diamantine, so we can just easily craft that. And then we're going to turn that directly into a powered diamond anvil. Do I not have a dense obsidian plate? Did I'm sure I made, it's probably here. There it is. Okay. Using multiple terminals gets you lost where your items are. Okay, so this powered anvil, we're going to toss... do you guys not have power? Oh, you have power from the wireless thingies. Yeah, we're just gonna put you right here, and then we can wireless it up like so. And we can then toss these guys in here to get repaired. So we don't have mending just yet on these, and we'll get that eventually, but we can just toss these guys in here to get repaired. And that is kind of nice, so we don't lose them. So every so often we can get them repaired, and that is good. So the reason I made 2 Supremium helmets is because I'm using the armor for flight. So I'll be using this guy with absorption for most of my building, and then the night vision one we're gonna do when we do base building on the inside, and we need night vision to just get it done a bit more efficiently and a bit better. I also want to mention that I did some work in between episodes here. I didn't do a live stream, but I got the sheep seeds made, I got the rabbit seeds made, and also the guardian seeds, which are right in here. So I went to the monument, which we had on our book, and we really don't need it anymore. And then the rabbits I just hunted in the desert, and sheep chunks I think I already had. And I think that's pretty much all of the mob seeds that we currently need. There might be a few that I missed, but if I did, I'll check them out and we'll do them next time. So we have to conduct a test, and I want to see how much V I have in the compact machine. So for that, we're going to grab a stack of each of the V crystals, like so, and then we're going to enter our compact machine, and hopefully the game doesn't crash like it was in season 1. But we'll see. Oh, there we go. Lovely. So this is, I believe, in 1 chunk. Yep. So we can place this down and see how much V do we have available. And it says 0. So that is not going to be very useful for crafting for here. So we're going to have the arcane workbench set up in the mystical forest. But everything that we are going to do with Thaumcraft that is going to produce flux, we're going to have in the compact machine. So for Thaumcraft, we're just going to be here. And I'm going to put this somewhere in this chunk. I think we used up a bunch of the V here, but we still have a bit. So this is going to stay here for when we need to craft, and we can move it around in different chunks. For example, if we run out of V over here, we can just move it to the next chunk over and grab the V from there. So, right. Let me now get ready and see what we need to craft for Thaumcraft. I think we're going to have to do some research. So I'm going to set some stuff in the compact machine, and we can continue from there. For research, you need to take a wood table, and then you can right-click it with some scribing tools, and you get a research table. So will that unlock the things required in here, or do I have to pick it up? No. Okay, so that's fine. So now we can actually do research. Basically, you take paper, which we have right here. You toss it in here, but then you create a theory. And then you just have to left-click, and then you have to get the V crystals that you would need to make the theory, or you can need to get a file of Lux Essentia or Alumentum. So for getting all of these crystals, we're gonna go and make ourselves a V spawner. So for that, we're gonna need a spawner changer, which requires some empowered diamantine, and I think we can craft this. I might not have the magma cream. That is not a problem. So we need to grab one of these. And I also have a whole bunch of spawners prepared for this. So we're gonna just grab one of these. I think I have it right in here, okay? And I need to take the spawner changer over to the nether, find a Wisp, and capture it in here. And then we can turn the spawner into a V spawner. We can use a drop of evil on it, turn it into a spawner from extra utilities. We can speed it up with speed upgrades and set up a nice little box for spawning V. And this is how a Wisp looks. So we can just right-click it with the spawner changer and we get entity Thaumcraft Wisp. So then we can actually just go back to the base and set this up. I want to use the mob crusher here to kill the wisps, and I want to add fortune to it. And the fortune add-on requires pink slime ingots, and we had some pink slime saved, and I kind of replaced it here so we collect some more, and we can turn the pink slime with a fluid sieving machine into pink slime ingots by just tossing in iron ingots. And we can then take this over to our crafting window, which is anywhere, and we can just get ourselves a fortune add-on. And this by itself doesn't do anything. You need to add fortune 3 with a book to it, so it actually does the fortune effect. And we can then set up a nice little 9x9 room. I'm thinking I'm just gonna use the charge stone again, but I kind of want to keep this permanent, really. So I think we can set up a compact machine in which we're gonna put our spawners. I decided to set up the entire spawner box here, and it's all complete and can be up and running, but there's a few things that I have to explain first. So this mob crusher is gonna kill in a 3 tall area in a 9x9. So if the wisp spawns and flies upwards, because I wanna have the space for extra spawners, he's not gonna get killed. So I need to somehow push them downwards. And I wanted to do that first with cyclic mob fans because I didn't want to use the mob grind utils mob fans. As I said, I wasn't going to use anything from this mod in the previous episode. And these mob fans can be controlled by redstone, which is kind of what I wanted to have because I want to be able to come in here and work on the spawner without being constantly pushed down by these fans and having to turn each one of them off manually, because these ones only work in a 1x1, so I would have to have a 9x9 area of the fans, and turning, I think 81 would be the right number of them off 1x1 every time I needed to go inside here would be very, very tedious. So I just decided to use these. These even don't want to be controlled by those advanced redstone interfaces. I just couldn't get them to work. So I just decided against it. And these mob fans can be upgraded for distance, height, and width. So each one covers one corner of the spawner, and I wouldn't even need to have it so big because they overlap a little bit. So I might even move them out one more block and reduce the upgrade so they each cover an area, but they have to overlap, I think, in the middle block, and they would overlap on this, so it really, really doesn't matter. So I can turn them on and off with this advanced redstone interface. So if I go in here, I can't fly because I constantly get pushed downwards. Okay, so the wisp spawner, we need to take, let's say, a blaze spawner, and then we need to click it with our spawner changer that is set for Thaumcraft Wisp. We click on it, and then we take a drop of evil and do that. So we get a disturbed mob spawner, and we can then place a couple blocks here in the middle, toss the mob spawner on top, and I believe I'll just place blocks up to the ceiling like so. And these guys can even be removed. I don't think it's really necessary. They're gonna hinder the spawn rates, which really doesn't matter, but we can toss 16 speed upgrades and turn this to be redstone on. And I believe this is linked over to this, so we can turn it on and off. And if I remove the torches from the floor here, and we patch ourselves the wall here as well, like so, we should see wisps are spawning, right? And then we can turn this guy to be active always, and we have a spawner. So that is what is happening. The wisps are going upwards, and if we look at this, they all get pushed down and they all die immediately, which is amazing. So next thing that I need to do is I need to take all of these crystals that are going into the ender chest from this mob crusher. I need to put them in the drawers, and this is storing all of the mob essence that we're getting. I think it should be going in here. If it's even, oh god, okay. If it's even making mob essence. It is making mob essence. Okay, it's just very little. So I'm gonna go set everything up in the drawers so we can have all of these stored. I'm gonna upgrade them, and that should be really cool. I gave the mob spawner 10 or 20 minutes of running, so it collected a bunch of V crystals in the ender chest, and I just tossed them in the drawers. And this is a new thing that hasn't been a thing before, is you can see the little icon of the of each of the V crystals. So it's really nice to grab out of the drawers directly. Even though it would be nice if I searched here and it would show it like in the corner. I think it shows it. It shows it if I have it in my inventory. It doesn't show it in the AE system, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. At least we can grab it from the drawers if we wanted to. But now that we have all of the V crystals, we can actually go and start doing research for Thaumcraft. Okay, so I'll go do that for a little bit so we can get some research points, and then we can see how far we can progress in Thaumcraft. After a bit of research in the Thaumanomicon, we now have the ability to make alchemical brass, and we can do that by tossing iron ingots with 5 instrumentum in the crucible. So the instrumentum, simply enough, is flint. So we can toss that in there, and then that in there, and we get alchemical brass. Wonderful. And that is going to unlock a little bit more here, so we can complete this. And then we need to make thaumium, and thaumium is iron with praecantatio and terra. And I believe, do we get terra from this? We do. We get exactly 5. And then praecantatio, I think it could be ender pearls. So let me check. Now that we have unlocked a little bit of research, we can make a couple thermometers, which I said thermometers, thaumometers, which we have made before. And we can then make goggles of revealing, which will give us a V discount of 5%. And we can put these on. And I think in the meantime, I might have to resort to my angel ring to fly while I do this Thaumcraft stuff. We could eventually just get dark steel armor, because then you can have the Thaumcraft armor on the dark steel armor. But for the moment, I think we should be good. We're also going to make one of these, which is a mundane belt. It acquired the brass, and this can be used to make the Sojourner sash from Thaumcraft, and we're gonna use that at some point. But for now, I think this is gonna be wrong thing. I think this is gonna have to be it for today, because I'm kind of running out of time to get this video edited. So I will just clean out my inventory a little bit, like so. I have also made thaumium. Yeah, I did that off camera by accident, and here we can claim some quests, like so, like so. I can do the whole claim of everything thing. Yeah. Okay. So let's just open this up and see. Talls? Really? Okay. Sure. Advanced power cell. That is nice. Coleslaw burger. Fission controller. Okay. And meat feast pizza. So we can just trash can all of these. Actually, this guy I have not eaten. So we'll save one. And the pizza. Oh, I have not eaten the pizza. Okay, we'll save one of each. So we can just toss it in, let's say, this backpack. And have that for the eating in the future. The tall slimy grass we really don't need. And the fission controller, I believe, is to build the fission reactor. So that is also going to be neat. Okay, so I think this is going to have to be it for today. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. You can also subscribe to see new videos. You can support me on Patreon as well if you want. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.